The modern era is of disruptive business practices and disruptive revenue models. The companies are rolling out innovative products and services at regular interval, and this kind of innovative rolling outs guaranteeing the company the kind of business monopoly for a minimum 20 to 25 years. Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, Apple iPhone, when all these new products were invented, they were like newly born babies sleeping sound in the cradle. But today, all these products and services they have become a new and indispensable way of life. So the question arises as to who makes the innovations popular in the society, who adds wings of success to the innovation. The Google search engine, ATMs, e-banking, and other all types of innovations, today they have become a new order of life. So the answer is the success story of every innovation is initially scripted by the consumers. Because you see, for innovation category of products and services, the glimmer of advertisement is absent. The product promotion avenues are very narrow. Even if they exist, they don't exert that kind of influence on the consumer mindset, and therefore it is only the end users, the consumers, who peddle the popularity of innovations in the society. In a management science, there is a popular theory called as diffusion of innovation. This theory is propounded by a renowned management scientist E.M. Rogers. This theory nicely explains as to how the new products and services which are under the innovation category gets spread out in the society, becomes popular in the society without the shimmer and the glitter of product advertisement or product promotion. Now, according to this path-breaking theory and a very unique school of thought in the domain of management science, every innovation passes through 5 different stages of innovation adoption life cycle. And all these stages, they are nothing but the 5 different consumer mindsets. And this theory very well explains as to how different consumer mindsets at different stages give a different kind of reaction, proactiveness to the innovation. So, according to the propounder of this innovation adoption cycle model, the first stage is the stage of innovators. These innovators are nothing but the typical class of consumers who are highly technology enthusiasts, who are the opinion leaders, who are the opinion peddlers. These are the consumers who take savvy. They are quite agile. They quickly, in a lightning speed, hang on to the new product and new services which are under innovation category. These are the kind of folks who do not require any market evidence or market reference for that matter. They are risk friendly and they are not risk averse. These are the people, these are the consumers who are essentially the positive product ambassadors for the company. These are the people who give initial stimulus for the product popularity and the product sales growth. These consumers, they consist only of 2.5%, but being the first mover, they act as a prime mover of the product and the prime mover of the service. These are the consumers who are essentially propelling the new ideas, new products, and new services into the society, either knowingly or unknowingly. So that kind of a brand stimulus, sales stimulus, product penetration takes place because of the innovators. Now, after the innovators, who consist of skeleton group of consumers, the next class of consumers is called as early adopters. Early adopters are the type of consumers who are pragmatic and the visionary as well. They will carry out quick market research, quick market reference study before they adopt to the new product or to the new service. But remember, they don't drill down deeply. They don't consume lot of time, because interestingly, this type of consumers, they have a typical kind of a personality trait, and that personality trait is, why not me? Me too. Therefore, they are not going to take a long in the adoption process. They will hang on to the innovative product and to the innovative services quickly, but of course, after the innovators. Now, these early adopter type of consumers, they consist of 13.5%. Here you will realize that how the innovation is getting slowly but surely popularized in the society. In the innovators category, the consumers, they were 2.5%, but now the early adopters, they consist of 13.5%. This exactly is what is called as diffusion, means the spread of innovation. After the class of early adopters, the next class of consumers, as explained by Rogers in Innovation Adoption Life Cycle Model, this class of consumers are called as early majority. As the name suggests, early majority means these are the type of consumers who are neither too early in adopting the innovation nor they are too late. These are the typical class of consumers who give due diligence before they buy any new product or service. They will always carry out the performance audit of the product and the service. Many a times they will procrastinate their decision to buy the product because at the 11th hour they have received some sort of a negative feedback about the product. These are the people who will toss their decision several times in the air before they actually buy that particular product or service. These are the consumers who are investigative. They are less curious, but the investigative quotient is quite high in their personalities. These are the consumers who consist of 34%, and they are called as early majority. The fourth stage in the innovation adoption cycle model is a stage called as late majority. As the name suggests, these are the consumers who are quite late in adopting the innovations. These are the kind of consumers who are highly skeptical. The fog of confusion and skepticism is densely saturated in their minds. They are the status quo lovers. They don't want to change the status quo scenario. They are compelled at the end of the day to adopt the innovation because there is no escape route. There is no other way because the innovation has already become a new and indispensable way of life. It has already become a new order of life. And these are the people who are quite repulsive. They are not the prime movers, but they are always the late movers. The first, they will say no to any new idea or innovation, but at the end of the day, they will be compelled to adopt the same because the new way of life has already become a thumb rule. And these are the consumers who again consist of 34%. The fifth and final stage in the diffusion of innovation theory is called as Laggards. These are the people who are always reluctant. They are the die-hard opponents of any change. You will never see their presence in the e-commerce platform. You will never see their presence in the digital world. They will always prefer a manual banking than the e-banking. They are highly skeptical, and to ask them to adopt the innovation would be like fluttering the dovecots. That's why these people, they are called as laggards. But again, they are compelled due to compulsive forces to adopt the innovation, but in a marginal way, but in a disinterested manner. Their equity will not be involved into that. Their ownership will not be involved into that. They will remain there as a superficial participants. And these are the class of consumers who consist of 16%. To conclude, diffusion of innovation theory holds good even today. It is of paramount importance for the company. The company understands that the product has crossed the two stages, critical stages, innovators and the early adopters. These are the two different types of consumers who have set the ground ready for essential takeoff. Now the company has to think how to garner that critical mass of the consumers that lies ahead. And the company will also, in the long run, will understand, will comprehend the likelihood of phenomenal success, or conversely, the likelihood of mortality. And therefore, this particular theory, as propounded by Rogers, is of pivotal importance for every company, whether it is a large size, mid size, or a small size company who are into the domain of rolling out innovative products or services. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourself. Thank you.